I think in terms of things like putting up barriers on roadways, which you wouldn't do 2 weeks ahead, or things like that, there were 3 days. But I think in the context of some things, and hindsight is always 2020, and there's a lot of hindsight that's being exercised now, and I take that on. I mean, it's my responsibility. I was asked a question yesterday: was I happy with the parade? And I said, well, I'm happy with an asterisk. And the happy indicates that, fortunately, aside from the one act of violence, which I think was largely unpredictable and unrelated to parade planning or to where the parade was, if people are, nonsensical enough to do that sort of thing with a gun, then I'm not sure you can plan for that. But I did indicate that there were things that we clearly could do better. I think if there were 2 million people there, 1,950,000 of them came away, because I've talked to many people, not 1,950,000, but many people who said they had a good time and they found the whole crowd environment fine. I think there were some problems for us in the management of the crowd along the parade route. And I think there were some problems at Nathan Phillips Square. And I think if you had it to do all over again today, recognizing this was kind of a joint planning effort that involved many different people, there are things that would be done differently. So I've asked for the review to be done in conjunction with the city, the sports teams, plural, all of them, so that any parade going forward has the benefit of people's advice, the TTC, the police, and whoever else is appropriate to have there, so that we can make sure the square is better managed next time, on the theory that you might have a crowd like that again, and be able to better manage and control it. I think one of the things that obviously will come up at the same time is the route of the parade and how you manage the crowd along the route. If you go back again, it's like dots are all connected. Why were the situations in the square so difficult for people? Well, in part because the parade was 3 hours late. Why was the parade 3 hours late? Because the crowd control at the beginning of the parade was inadequate. And so I think these are all lessons we can learn, in the hopes that we will have many more sports celebrations of this kind for the Raptors and the Leafs and the Blue Jays and everybody else. And there's work to be done, clearly.